Hello students, Namaste. How are you? I am fine and hope you are also fine there. Students, you are heartily welcome in our online class. And yesterday we discussed about the simple machine. This definition, MA, VR and efficiency. We have just discussed the definition. Now today we are going to discuss about the lever and its type. Students, please, I want to draw your attention over here in the board. Students, please look at here on the board. Now, students, what is lever? You can look at here in the picture also. What is lever? Lever is a rigid bar which is free to rotate about a fixed point. Lever is a rigid bar which is free to rotate about a fixed point called fulcrum. That is lever. Look at here in the picture. This is a lever which is free to rotate about a fixed point called what? Fulcrum. That is, here you can see, this is an example of lever. Okay, this is an example of lever which is free to rotate about a fixed point called fulcrum. Look at here. This is fulcrum, and from which lever rotate. That is, lever is a rigid bar. Lever, this one is lever. Lever is a rigid bar which is free to rotate about a fixed point called what? Fulcrum. This one is fulcrum. Now, students, look at here. Lever is a rigid bar which is free to rotate about a fixed point called fulcrum is called lever. Now, here in the diagram, this one is load, this one is effort, and this one is what? Fulcrum. Now, let's discuss about the short terms. I want to define these terms for you. Now, from here, I want to, let's compare the diagram and here this picture. This one is what? Effort. This one is what? Effort. This one is load. This one is fulcrum, and this one is lever, as it is here in the picture. Load, effort, fulcrum. Load, effort, fulcrum. And this one is what? Lever. This one is what? Lever. Now look at, define effort. What is effort? The force applied in a machine is called effort. The force applied in a machine is called effort. Look at here. This is the force applied in what? Machine, that is called effort. And let's define the load. What is load? The force overcome by the machine is called load. The force overcome by the machine is called load. Now, students, let's discuss about the fulcrum. What is fulcrum? Fulcrum is a fixed point through which a lever rotates freely. Look at it. This is the fixed point. Fixed point means it doesn't come in motion, but it let the lever to rotate through it. Look at here. This is a fixed point. Look at here. This one is a fulcrum. This is a fixed point. It doesn't move, but it let the lever to move through it. Look at here. It let the lever to move through it freely. This one is what? Fulcrum. Fulcrum is a rigid or a fixed point through which lever rotate freely. This one is lever. Now look at here. This one is fulcrum. Now look at here on the effort distance. What is effort distance? Look at here. The distance between fulcrum to effort is called effort distance. Fulcrum to effort is called effort distance, or you can say that the distance between effort to the fulcrum is called what? Effort distance. Look at here. This one is effort and this one is fulcrum. Look at here, this distance. The distance between effort and fulcrum is called what? Effort distance. The distance between effort to the fulcrum is called what? Effort distance. Similarly, load distance. This one is load and this one is fulcrum. The distance between load to the fulcrum is called what? Load distance. Look at here, students. This one is load and this one is fulcrum. The distance between load to fulcrum is called what? Load distance. Students, now let's discuss about the principle of lever. Now, what is principle of lever? Now, principle of lever means when the lever is in balanced condition. When the lever is in balanced condition, at that time the output work is equal to what? Input work. When the lever is in balanced condition, at that time output work is always becomes equal to the input work. That is the principle of lever. Or you can say like this also. When the lever is in equilibrium condition, at that time the product of load and load distance is always equal to the product of effort and effort distance. That is what the principle of lever said. Okay, students, I want to, for your kind information, I want to repeat it again. What is principle of lever? Principle of lever means that when the lever, look at here, when the lever is in balanced condition, when the lever is in the equilibrium condition, at that time, the product of load and load distance is always equal to the product of effort and effort distance, which is called principle of lever. My dear students, I hope you understand better up to here. Now let me proceed towards the types of lever. Students, here are 3 types of lever we are going to discuss about it. My dear students, I want to provide you one simple formula due to which it makes you easy to understand the types of lever. Just understand 3 things. One is F, L, E. These 3 words, please take this as a formula. This one is fulcrum, load and effort. Now make the definition, my dear students. It makes you to make the definition easy. Look at here on the diagram. I am going to discuss about the first class lever. First class lever, the type of lever in which fulcrum is lies in between effort and load. The type of lever in which fulcrum is lies in between effort and load. That's why I am telling here fulcrum. Why? Because it lies in middle of load and effort. Similarly, in the second class lever, load is lies in between fulcrum and effort. And thirdly, in the third class lever, effort is lies in between fulcrum and load. Make the definition like this. It makes it very easy. No need to worry about it. Look at here. I am going to discuss about the first class lever. What is first class lever? The type of lever in which fulcrum is lies in between load and effort. Here you can really see over the picture or diagram also. Now, what are the examples of first class lever? The examples of first class lever are beam balance, scissor and pistols. These are the examples of first class lever, my dear students. Now look at here. I am going to discuss about the first class lever. Here one example, this is scissor. Why scissor is called first class lever? Look at here. Scissor is called first class lever because fulcrum is lies in between load and effort. Look at here. Fulcrum is lies in between load and effort. This one is effort. I apply here force. This is the applied force in a muscle is called effort. This my hand or my finger acts as a effort. This is a fixed point called fulcrum, and here the load is a paper. Paper is as a load. Now look at here. Scissor is called a first class lever because fulcrum is lies in between load and effort. Fulcrum is, this one is fulcrum, lies in between what? This my finger acts as a effort and paper acts as a load. So scissor is called a first class lever because fulcrum is lies in between load and effort. Let's move towards the second class lever. I have already told you that. Go through the formula. Now, second class lever, the type of lever in which load is lies in between fulcrum and effort. The type of lever in which load is lies in between fulcrum and effort is called second class lever. For your kind information, my dear friends, load is lies in between fulcrum and effort is called second class of lever. Look at here in the formula also. I have already told you that FLE. If fulcrum is lies in between load and effort, that is first class lever. If load is lies in between, that is second class lever. Now, what are the examples of second class lever? The examples of second class lever are bottle opener, you know bottle opener, lemon squeezer, which is used to squeeze the lemon, and third one is nut cracker, etc. These are the examples of second class lever. Now, students, please discuss about the second class lever. Now, look at here. This is a lemon squeezer. Look at here. This is a lemon squeezer. Look at here. This one is what? Lever. Now, this point acts as a fulcrum because it gives support to the lever. This one is fulcrum. Look at here. It is load. This one is load. And my finger acts as a what? Effort. Now, what is second class lever? Load is lies in between fulcrum and effort. Here look. This one is fulcrum. My finger acts as a ephod, and load is lies in between ephod and fulcrum. If the load lies in between fulcrum and ephod, then it is what? It is second class of lever. Look at here, you are asked in an examination why Leibniz tweezer is called second class of lever. Leibniz tweezer is called second class of lever because load is lies in between fulcrum and ephod. Look at here. Load is lies in between fulcrum and ephod. Look at this is the this provide you answer about the why Leibniz tweezer is called what? Second class of lever. Students, I hope you understand second class lever also. Now please proceed towards the third class of lever. Please pay attention over here, okay? Now look at here. What is third class lever? The type of lever in which ephod is lies in between, fulcrum and load is called what? Third class of lever. Go through the formula. Look at here. The type of lever in which ephod is lies in between fulcrum and load is called what? Third class of lever. The type of lever in which ephod is lies in between load and fulcrum is called third class of lever. My dear students, now look at your example. Shovel, knife and broom. Shovel, knife, broom, fire tongs, domestic tongs, etc. are the examples of what? Third class of lever. Now look at here. This is a shovel. Now this is what? This is what? Third class of lever. Look at it. Shovel. It carries what? Load. This carries what? Load. Look at here. This one is load. And this hand, look at here. This right hand acts as a fulcrum and my left hand acts as a what? Ephod. Now look at here. Ephod is lies between what? Fulcrum and load. That is called what? Third class of lever. Now look at shovel is an example of what? Third class lever. My dear students, for your kind consideration, look at here. Trunk. This one is trunk. This is what? An example of third class lever. Why? Trunk is known as third class of lever. Look at here. This is fulcrum. It provides what? Support. It provides support to the lever to move through it. Look at it. This one is what? Fulcrum. My finger acts as a ephod and this glue stick is a load. Look at here. Now look at here on why trunks is an example of third class lever. Trunk is an example of third class lever because ephod is lies in my hand. Look at here, my finger. Ephod is lies in between fulcrum and load. Look at here, okay? Ephod is lies in between fulcrum and load. So trunk is an example of third class lever. My dear friends, always for your better information, I am going to revise it again. Go through the FLE for the definition of first class lever, second class lever and third class lever. No need to worry about it. It's very simple, very easy. Just follow this method, FLE method. In the first class lever, fulcrum lies in between load and ephod. In second class lever, load lies in between fulcrum and ephod. And in the third class lever, what? Ephod lies in between fulcrum and load. Just follow this FLE process, then you can easily define the first class lever, second class lever and third class lever. Students, now I think you know better about the first class lever, second class lever and third class lever. I hope you understand better. Dear students, this much for today, and I like to thank our respected teacher Deepak sir for assisting us. Dear students, please stay home, stay safe. Goodbye and thank you.
Glow Shine Academy Secondary School, Khairani 8, Parsa, Chitwan.